My name is Ernie Cadot, and I am the Professor of Business Administration 353. 353 is a very unique course in the College of Business. It's designed to pull together and reinforce all the basic learning the students have had in their core courses of marketing, finance, accounting, and so forth. Right? It's very different than other courses in that it's a hands-on learning course where students have the chance to practice all that they've learned. And they do this through a business simulation and a company that they will take over and manage within this simulated world. Now, one of the really important parts of this course is that we use business coaches. Right? In life, you don't often have someone to be your mentor or somebody to challenge your thinking. And so by creating a world where the students manage simulated companies in an entrepreneurial setting, what we've done is brought in business coaches who meet with the teams every week to review their plans, their tactics, their financials, and to challenge their thinking every step of the way. And from time to time, if it's clear that the students don't understand an important area, to do a little mini lecture to explain it in a little bit more detail. But the whole objective here is to develop the students' thinking through hands-on learning.
My name is Eva Cowell, and I am a business coach for BA 353. And part of my responsibility is to work with the students as they begin to create a company, do everything from brand design, advertising, manufacturing, staffing, all of that through the first 2 years of business. This is probably clearly one of the only classes they've had where they can see their own growth from the first of the semester to the end of the semester. It's actually getting them to take all those different silos, really realize how business as a whole is integrative. Every single area affects every other area.
Hi, my name's Tom Whit. I'm a business coach for 353. I have 10 teams. And I am really enjoying this experience. I'm retired from the business world. I'm not an educator. I have over 30 years worth of experience in running businesses, as many as 2,000-3,000 employees at a time. This simulation is based on putting students of different disciplines together and forming a team like marketing, accounting, finance, logistics. And they are given the opportunity to run a business from scratch, and the business was manufacturing and marketing and selling computers. There were 8 quarters involved in the simulation. They had to do everything. It was very educational. I think one of the highlights of this course was when the teams had to give a business presentation. The real important lesson of this course is not who wins it, but what you learn from it. And being able to take all of that expertise to the business world on your first job. You're going to be way ahead of a lot of students who are applying in the business world for a position.
It's an extremely invaluable process. The work is definitely a little excruciating. It's an overload of information that you have to mine through and pick what's most valuable, but there's certain processes that we go through that don't resemble any other class and may not resemble any other class while we're here before we graduate.
The beauty of the simulation is you can make mistakes, but it's a safe environment. And if there's a place to make mistakes, it's when you're not using someone's real money or your own money. It's when you actually are in the safety of the class. And that's why they make a mistake, they make a mistake. If they make the wrong decision, if they decide to produce the wrong brand, those are all things that are well and good. They're going to learn from it. And sometimes the teams that actually have a more difficult time, they go bankrupt, they have emergency loans, they're actually the ones that learn more. The teams sometimes that find that little honey spot early on, and it's like everything they touch is golden, and they start leading their universe. Those teams sometimes don't learn quite as much because they haven't had to struggle, they haven't had to figure out, oh my gosh, how are we going to make these limited funds net the results that we need?
I have really enjoyed this experience. I didn't know what to expect dealing with a group of 48 students. I've come to know each one of them. I know what they do, what they can't do. We have some great teams. I personally get a tremendous amount of satisfaction for doing this, and watching the students grow and develop, and being able hopefully to take some of the lessons that I've learned into the business world with them. And gosh, I'd sure like to follow them and see how many of them are super successful.
One of the reinforcers that I find for this approach to learning is you see a change, almost a transformation in students from when they first start the exercise to when they're finished. They really start out very timid and somewhat like deer in the headlights, because there are so many aspects of business they have to think about all at the same time, and it can be challenging and even overwhelming. But through the progression of the exercise, where they're meeting with a business coach and making presentations to investors and constantly evaluating the information that they have, that they begin to develop a confidence in themselves as they begin to realize that they do have the business skills. They have learned a lot in this and other classes, and the only thing they were lacking was experience. And with the simulation, they're getting the experience. And so they begin to realize that they have what it takes to be a businessman or a businesswoman.